Hello, this is Dark Knight Apologetics, and I'm your host, Jeremy Knight. Now stick around for a good show, and don't forget to like the video. I hope you can hear me. Hello, I hope you can hear me. Okay, in this video, we are going to be talking about Easter. This is my Easter special. We are talking about, in this video, whether or not Easter is a Christianized pagan holiday. I have 3 articles that I'm going to link in the description. I will not be reading the entire articles to you, mostly because I want you to read them yourself. So I will link them in the description. I'll read parts of them, and then you can read the rest, okay? That's how we'll do it. Okay, that sounds good. Hello. We're talking about Easter, and you can see in front of me the, notes I want to talk about for Easter. These notes talk about, how the date for Easter is determined, and what Easter is called in other languages. Okay, so yeah, Easter is determined as the, falls on the, first Sunday following the first full moon after the March equinox. The full moon after the first full moon after the March equinox is also known as the Paschal full moon. With this type of rule, Easter can fall on any Sunday between March 22nd and April 25th. Here are some dates that Easter has fallen on in the past and will fall on in the future. In 2017, it fell on April 16th. 2018, April 1st. 2019, April 21st. 2020, April 12th. This year, it will fall on April 4th. Next year, it will fall on April 17th. 2023, it will fall on April 9th. And 2024, it will fall on March 31st. Down here we have what Easter is called in some other languages. English, Easter. German, Ostern. Dutch, Pasen. Russian, Pascha. French, Pascha. Spanish, Pascua de Resurrección. Greek, Pascha. Portuguese, Pascoa. Hawaiian, Pacoa. Icelandic, Pascha. Albanian, Pascha. Italian, Pasqua. You starting to see a pattern there? In all of the languages, it's called Pascha. With the exception of a few languages that were heavily influenced by American culture. But anyways, maybe we should take a hint and stop calling it Easter and call it Pascha like everyone else does. If you've ever been in a country church, you'll notice that it's called Resurrection Sunday. So, yeah, there's that. Okay. There will be an article linked in the description about how the date of Easter is determined. I just thought we should talk about that before we get into whether or not Easter is a pagan holiday. Okay? Hello. Okay, so we're talking about Easter and how it is not a Christianized pagan holiday. That's right, I said Easter is not a Christianized pagan holiday. I don't know why people will accuse Easter of being a Christianized pagan holiday, because it isn't one. There's actually an explanation in the Bible itself as to why Easter is celebrated near Passover and in the spring. I mean, Jesus' crucifixion was near Passover. So, yeah, there's a explanation in the Bible as to why it's celebrated near Passover. Okay? And those 3 articles. Let's go over here first. Let's see here. So, why is Easter called Easter? Well, the claim is that it was named after a goddess named Eoster or Austera, when the fact is, there really is no evidence that that goddess ever even was worshipped. There is no evidence that a goddess by the name Austera was ever even worshipped. And really, there's only one reference to Austera, and for all we know, the guy could have been just making it up. There are a lot of pagan holidays that coincided with Easter in the spring, from ancient Greek to ancient Roman, but really those are all just coincidences. And it really doesn't matter if it is or isn't, because, well, all adherents to those religions that would have had the pagan holidays that could have been Christianized have died out. So it really doesn't matter. But Easter still isn't a pagan holiday. Anyways, let's go look at this one. They claim that Easter was named after Ishtar. No, it wasn't. No, it really wasn't. And bunnies and eggs were never associated with Ishtar. Not once, not ever. and they are not symbols of sex or fertility. No. Rabbits were actually believed by some Christians to be associated with virgin births. And we just kind of associated them with Lent and a little bit like Santa Claus. But no, Easter is not a pagan holiday. Not in any sense of the word. The eggs were just there because, well, you couldn't eat eggs during Lent. So once Easter came around, we just give out eggs because you weren't allowed to eat eggs. You weren't allowed to eat eggs during the Holy Week. So once Easter came around, we would hand out eggs. That's where that tradition came from. And the name of Easter, coming from Eoster? No. Easter actually, from what I understand, the word Easter comes from maybe it wasn't in this article. Maybe it was in a different article. This article is all about the eggs and the bunnies. Maybe it was in this article they talked about where Easter came from. Ah, here it is, I think. Yeah, Easter actually came from the Anglo-Saxon calendar, and it was most likely referring to the word east or dawn. Had nothing to do with the goddess named Eoster. It was basically just referring to dawn. Most of the months on the Anglo-Saxon calendar were named after things to do with the harvest. They were not named after gods or goddesses. They were named after things to do with the harvest. And it is likely that Jacob Grimm was just making things up, like he always did with all his fiction stories. Because there's no mythology around Eoster, there's no records of worship, no customs, no idols, or any artifacts for that matter. So it is likely that Eoster was never worshipped. But there is a comment over here that someone made that I kind of want to read. I think it's in this article that made a good point. Ah, here it is. I have never understood why so many Christians become obsessed with the so-called pagan origins of customs and traditions. 1. It's totally irrelevant to me what some ignorant pagan did or did not do millennia ago. All Sumerians, Akkadians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, Druids, and Vikings are all dead and gone. 2. Too many Christians act and think and write as if these gods and goddesses really existed. If we acknowledge Yahweh Elohim is the one true God and Jesus the Messiah, the mediator between God and humans, then why is it necessary to worry about gods and goddesses that never existed? 3. Yahweh Elohim, not the pagans, created eggs, animals, trees, and other beneficial plants for the humans he created in his image. Therefore, we who love him and the Paschal Lamb of God can perceive in any rhythms of creation how certain objects come to symbolize certain spiritual realities. While eggs may represent new life, a biblical concept for ancient Christians, they represented the resurrection and were dyed red to symbolize the shed blood of the Paschal Lamb. Colored eggs do not cause murder, adultery, human trafficking, or any number of vile sins humans commit. 4. We have many wedding customs that have pagan origins, but I do not hear sermons reviling bridal veils, wedding rings, honeymoons, groomsmen/bridesmaids, etc. Millions of pagans design and manufacture our clothing, prepare our food at our restaurants, dress our hair, manufacture our electronics and household appliances, build our houses and churches, design transportation systems, etc. Why obsess over pagan origins of holiday customs when pagans are usually running the government of countries, regions, and municipalities, flying our planes and repairing our cars? So yeah, why worry about it? This celestial choir guy made a really good point. Why worry about it? Anyways, that was my point. Easter is not a pagan holiday. Never has been. But if you don't want to take my word for it, go read the articles for yourself. They will be linked in the description. Okay? That is all I have to say. Easter was never a pagan holiday. Okay? Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. Links to Twitter and Discord will be in the description. This is the Dark Knight Apologist, and I just wanted to say, see you next time.